Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing this Davido's comments. Tope was going to come in here.
Yes, so we were talking about the idea of their platforms, they shouldn't say things. And like their platform, there are things that are appropriate to say in certain settings and not appropriate to say in certain settings. That's pure communication, factual. However, the responsibility of selling Nigeria does not lie with the Nigerian feeling the pain. You cannot slap me and say, don't cry, or this is how to cry, or comport your crying, or don't cry in this place because you are a Nigerian. So even if Nigeria has slapped you, you will rearrange your face because you need to show off a particular image. No. And while I understand if it is maybe if the president said it, or a politician said it, or someone that is as privileged as Davido is saying this, then you should understand how critical things are. And there are many celebrities that have gotten the opportunity. Once they blow small like this, they leave. Like, the speed of exit is like Exodus. But the question, and in context, is the fact that Davido was asked a question that based on Donald Trump's election, many black Americans want to leave America saying, I want to go to Africa. And he said, to where? That the economy is bad. Not a lie. Should he have said it to the person that interviewed him? Should he have lied? Should he say, come home, the economy is good. When you come home, the airport will be waiting for you with open arms. They will not ask you for bribe. When you go to meet the government, you want to do a policy, the government would welcome your amazing ideas. They will not ask you to settle them. When you go on the street and you employ Nigerians, they will not steal from you because Nigeria is amazing. So we are... Oh my God.
We are not thieves. There are thieves on the streets of London.
Reality.
Okay, Tope.
There are thieves on the streets of London. There are knife fights on the streets of London.
Allow Tope to finish.
People people on the streets of London, but no British comes to tell an interviewer from Nigeria, hold on.
We are not interviewing them.
They will shoot you on the streets of London.
Wait. I waited for you to land your
I read you, but don't...
Okay, wait,
When you do your generalization, please put
no. Your truth does not invalidate my truth.
Okay.
The fact that there's crime in the US does not mean that there's no crime in Nigeria. Okay. The fact that there's crime in the UK does not mean there's no crime in... I mean, there's crime in the UK does not mean there's no crime in Ireland, or that there is no crime in China.
There's no...
Nigeria... We talk about, like, you know, please. We talk about criminality, and yes, we deface Nigeria a lot. And it might be because we are very populous, and anything we say, we will carry the matter on our head. But even in the Chinese country, even what is Donald Trump saying every day? We want to ban TikTok, we want to ban the Chinese infiltration into our system. Everybody is pushing their narrative, but it must not silence the truth of each person's individuality.
Point taken.
But two things can be different and be truth at the same time. So my saying that Nigeria has issues does not mean that America doesn't have issues. Right. I've been there. I've seen beggars on the streets. I've been to the UK and they were telling me, as I was leaving the house, that don't carry this bag or strap your bag because they can cut your bag. In the UK, it does not invalidate the challenges that Nigeria is going through as well.
Okay,
so we cannot be blind to the reality of one person
I have somebody
because
who's
we
been
want to sell that person's reality better.
For a while. I have to take that call. Good morning. Thanks for calling.
Oh.
Did I lose that? You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Audrey, it's not clear.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
I said Godwin.
Godwin. Oh, go ahead, Godwin.
Yeah, what Tope and reality is right.
We can barely hear you, Godwin. Okay, so I think, let me put this in proper perspective. Wait.
Just one more thing, Murayo. Just one more thing. The truth is, I am extremely optimistic about Nigeria. I try to see it from that point of view. I work every day with that positive mindset. And what Nima is saying, I don't actually disagree with it. I believe we should speak positively about Nigeria. We are both right. And that's the thing. You have to be willing to accept that two things can be different and right. So we cannot say Nima is right, Tope is not right. It's a lie. Nima is right, Tope is right. It depends on how you're looking at it and the way he's pinching you at the time. So the video might not appeal to you, but I support what he said.
Let me put this
is a reality of what he's feeling per time.
Let me put this in a perspective. Maybe it can be clearer.
Okay.
Two Nigerians, both of them have bad behaviors. They go into road rage. In fact, they just hate. They are bad. They are hurt people. They are angry. Okay. These two Nigerians, they're the worst human being you can think of. Just think of these two Nigerians, worst human beings. Now, one wakes up in the morning that day. He's going to work, and because he's a bad person, he's insulting everybody, he's jabbing everybody, and he's just doing the bad thing he does.
Yeah.
But the second person has an American interview at the embassy. Okay. his rage, his bad behavior, that moment, he covers it. He goes to American embassy early in the morning. They tell him to line up. He's not upset with the police. Stand there. He stands there. Sit down there. He sits down there. Right there, he's a good person. And you know, is that not that crazy man? See him comport himself. He enters the embassy, and he listens to everything they say, and he puts his form. He's a comported Nigerian. They are pissing him off. Let me use a different. They're getting him upset. But because he's in the American embassy, if I go off here, they will not give me visa. Let me comport myself. When I get outside the embassy, this thing you said to me, I will show you. So you pass your papers and you do everything, and then you get your visa and you come outside. And then you call Mariam, who just talked to you anyhow. Is it not you? Why? Because you know where and where not to behave. You understand what is at stake. What we are saying, because what is at stake is the branding or the Nigerian that we're trying to build for our future is at stake. Because if we continue to demarket ourselves at this stage that we are in, what we are doing is saying we are destroying Nigeria for your child, your grandchild, the great that are coming forward. So because I understand that we are at a point where we want to rebuild this nation, Nigeria has been bashed and bruised, yes, but today we want to be part of the fixing. And because of that, I am comporting my narrative of Nigeria, knowing how bad it is, but because of where we are as a people, we are trying to fix and control it. So we are taking responsibility. It's not only the people, the government should, the high, the middle, the low, everybody understanding what is at stake should then know how to speak about Nigeria. That's the point I think we should see.
But you're right, but also we need to make it a conversation. That's where we always say, what's our vision? What are we teaching each other? You know what? So we have to make a conversation and let people understand that that's the vision and that's what we're doing. So when we find ourselves at different platforms, we understand what we're meant to show. I was just going to respond to how he should have responded when he was asked his truth and he spoke his truth. Is that if he had said, you know what? Africa or Nigeria has its problems. It's not without its problems, but you will not have this and this and this and this problem in Nigeria. If this is what you're looking for, you're likely to get it. You will not have a child coming to a school and just shooting people up. But that does not mean that our children have not been kidnapped by Boko Haram. Do you understand? There are things that are happening in America every day, and yet they're selling green card lottery, you know, for a better America or for a better life for you. So we just need to know how to word it. And I want to use this example. Recently, this South African, that make me swear, what's her name? Tyler, right? She had been asked earlier on concerning her ethnicity, or is it her race or something. I think she's mixed, she's black and Indian or, you know, South African. And it caused such a controversy because for black people in America, they feel if you're not white, you're black. And for them in South Africa, you can be mixed. You can be black, you can be mixed. And so the next time she was having another interview, it was something that they said they are not going to discuss because they do not like how it reflected on South Africa. Do you understand? So she put South Africa first.
Yeah.
You know, the Americans came for her. Why would she not speak? Is she not old enough? But she understood that you're not going to bring discord for my people just because I need to answer a question that will be soothing for this platform and will massage your egos here in America. So I think the thing is we don't have that vision fully communicated to all of us to say there are some platforms, and when you find yourself there, this is how I want you to speak about your country. Then when we come home, we'll talk about it. Because when we say this truth, I don't wait. Yes, there is home. No, but there is. But even there,
home can be in America. You have a Nigerian community everywhere now, so home is anywhere.
You know, the thing is, when we say that people should say this, it is not taking away from speaking the truth. We speak the truth. Nigerians speak the truth to each other more than anything. And we know that. I mean, this table is a perfect example. So we're just saying there is a way that you conduct yourself. Right. There's also a way we want our children to speak about our country. Absolutely. Now I see young children already, what's the word? Disillusioned about Nigeria in primary school. And I'm like, when I was in primary school, I thought my country was the best country in the world. But they already know, no, I don't want to.
I have to pause you, Mariam. Somebody's been holding for a while. Good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Isaac, go ahead, please.
Yes, it's Isaac speaking from Ilorin.
Yes, sir.
Morayo, the program is interesting this morning because it's the kind of argument we normally have in our joint. You know, Nigerians are like Nima's contribution. Nima is seeking pity. Nigerians are always seeking pity all over the world. We see our leaders going to the world stage to ask for debt forgiveness. We'll go and take this debt and we'll never use it in something constructive. And then we'll come back, we'll go there to ask for forgiveness. Davido has told his friends, his allies, the simple truth. You want to come into this country, I put myself in their shoes. If I'm living in the US today and I want to relocate to Nigeria, and Davido tell me such a thing, I will be very grateful to him. But Nima is saying that Davido should take the people that will that truth will affect into consideration. So it doesn't matter what the truth, whether the truth is affecting somebody or not affecting somebody, the truth must be spoken. And then in Nigeria, we say we are religious people. So we shouldn't complain about the truth if the consequences of that truth is against us. So to be very frank and candid, Nigeria is tough. Things are going very bad. And Davido has given his candid opinion to his friends in the US. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I have to go on a very Nima, let me let you jump in. I want to go on a break.
I like that. I'm going to complete maybe if you have to go. That we have spoken the truth to the Americans, but the Chinese are hearing different. They're investing. We have spoken the truth to the Americans. The Indians are here. We are speaking the truth from the... When we come back.
Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.